All right. Once again, we are back. We are back. Are we live? Are we live? Yes. So, Brainstorm TV production. So, we are back. Yes. We're back. We are back. Yes. Are we live? What? Are we live? I think we are. How? We are live on StreamYard. Yes. So excuse me. And so Brainstorm TV Productions. Brainstorm TV Productions. What? So glad to see you. Glad you could be here. Glad you all can join me. Yes. So Brainstorm TV Productions. What? So today I want to talk about predictive analytics. Yeah. So uh, all of my channels, well, the majority of my channels, are geared towards talking about business, new technology trends, marketing, branding, advertising, anything business related, trademarks, um, patents, copyrights. Yes. So I will be talking about everything, the blockchain technology, digital transformation, virtual reality, augmented reality, artificial intelligence. What? So all the technology trends in the market, all the technology trends, tools, and tools that businesses need, that businesses are using to stay competitive, also give also help them give their customers a great experience. What? So step into the world of this virtual reality, augmented reality. You want to be immersed in uh, a great experience, a different experience. So virtual reality, augmented reality. So I already did that on one of my other videos. Check it out. And you can also do yes. You can also do some more research on, a lot of the topics that I have talked about on my channel. Brainstorm TV One Productions, Brainstorm TV Productions, Brainstorm TV One Productions, and my other channel, Brainstorm Entertainment Productions. So you know how it is sometimes when you're eating and your eyes get a little bigger than your stomach. So when they, what? So when they told us we can create our own YouTube channels, so my eyes got a little bit bigger. So I got about 5 channels here on YouTube. So you know what? Sometimes God is wonderful. God is powerful. A great experience. An opportunity. This is a great opportunity. Create a free channel. Nobody's calling my name uh, to start no channel on CBS or NBC or Hulu or Fubu, any of them other channels. Nobody's calling my name, but YouTube gives us the opportunity to start our own channels. Get your right, equipment, whatever equipment you want. But right now all it takes is maybe an iPhone, an Android phone, an iPhone, maybe a couple microphones, and a laptop computer, and you're on your way. What? But some people have more. But as time passes, you can always incorporate more technology devices, on your platform. So just start out with what you have. So I'll say, Everybody that wants to start a channel, start a channel. Bring some information. We all have, I think we all have something unique to bring to our YouTube channels. We're doing so many different, things on our channel. A lot of us, all of us, we are presenting, different things. On our channel. We're bringing different things to our channel, different information. So they say different cultures. Different cultures bring different things anyway. So we all probably have different cultures. Some people's channel. Some people have channels. Out the country. Nigeria. Different places. So Africans, people from Asia. All over Canada. We from everywhere. So United States. So we all have channels here on YouTube. So I encourage everyone that wants to start a channel. Why not start your channel? Why? Yeah. So why not start your channel and bring something? Bring something unique. Bring something interesting. Bring something enlightening. Bring something to your channel that's inspirational to someone else. Because you never know, you might have information on your channel that can definitely benefit someone else. So I hope that I am bringing something to my channel that is of benefit to someone else. So I want to talk about this predictive analytics, this technology tool that companies are using to make predictions. Make predictions. Yes, they are making predictions on what their customers are doing. What are their customers going to do next? So making predictions. So I talked about the blockchain technology, artificial intelligence. I talked about virtual reality, augmented reality, and different things on my channel that I thought was interesting to me and hopefully interesting to my viewers. So I want to talk a little bit more about this predictive analytics. So I have an article here. Yeah. So I have an article here. I always read from the article and then I can, as I go along, do a little bit of my commentary. What? Yes. So let's talk about the 17 real life use cases of predictive analytics that will inspire you, me, and everyone. So I always wanted to do research, on the latest technological trends in the market. I always wanted to do that because I always wanted to find out, I always wanted to find out a lot about, I wanted to find out a lot of things about, some of those technology tools and trends that were, the latest technology trends in the market that businesses use. Businesses need to stay competitive. Businesses, they think about their customer. Some companies believe customers are number one. But Southwest Airlines, as I stated before in one of my videos, they 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 say that their employees are number one. So treat the employees, uh, you treat the employees right. You treat them well. You treat them with respect. You pay them good. You make sure they have a great working environment. You do everything that you can to satisfy the employee, because uh, the customer, when they come into the store, the first people that they are going to have the interactions with are the employees. So you want employees that, when customers come in the store, they greet the customer. Hey, how you doing? Can I help you with something? Blah blah blah. You want your employees to be, first of all, your employees to be well respected, treated fairly, paid. Paid, a fair wage, their wages, give them a raise every so often, and just treat them good, treat them like they're supposed to be treated. And then the customer, because a lot of companies do say customers are number one. So I learned that as well in some of my other courses. But I know this was this one course that I took, and well, it was a course that I took, but then when I did the research on, we had to do a research. We had to do research on, I guess, business. I guess any business of our choice. So I chose Southwest Airlines, and when I did the research on Southwest Airlines, they said employees are number one in their business. So, but I always learned also that customers are number one. But in my book, I look at both of them, the customer and the employees, because it's like this. Well, without the employees, you don't have a business. You can't build a brand. You can't even attract no customers without the employees. And then, what if you have customers but no employees? You have employees but no customers. So they go hand in hand, if you ask me. They go hand in hand. So you can't run a business. You need both. So what if you're running a business? You open a business. Say, for instance, you have a brand. You're trying to build a brand. And whatever you want to sell, computers, t-shirts, laptops, cell phones, whatever you want to sell, TVs, furniture, and you just opening up your business. You have online presence, and you also have your storefront, but you open your business, and then no employees show up. If no employees show up, then what are you going to do? You have a business, you have everything set up in your business, you have your proper licenses and your inventory and trademark. You have everything, that you need to run your business. So you say, look, I'm gonna open my business today, but you're gonna open your business that particular day at that particular time, and then no employees show up. So what you gonna do? You're gonna make no money for that day. So who are going to wait on your customers? You won't have no employees to wait on your customers. So I mean, employees and your customers, to me, they go hand in hand. So, but if it's, with that being said, let me move on. 17 real life use cases of predictive analytics that will inspire you. So I used up 12 minutes already, over 12 minutes already talking. So let's see. So predictive analytics. So who doesn't want to predict what actions could keep your business ahead of the curve? Organizations worldwide have automated some portion of their operations, which has increased overall data points and data collection. What? As you can never predict for 100% what the future might hold, some practices come close to help you with the plans for the future. Predictive analytics is one of these practices. What? Yes, predictive analytics refers to the use of machine learning. So I talked about machine learning, deep learning on one of my other videos. So predictive analytics refers to the use of machine learning algorithms and statistics to predict future outcomes and performances. So you want to predict, you want to make some predictions of, what your customers may want to purchase next. Based on what they had, what they purchased previously. So in other words, you're running a movie company, you're selling movies, you're marketing movies, somebody, like Netflix or somebody like that. Netflix, I know we used to have a company over here called Blockbuster, but I think they went out of business. So in other words, predictive analytics. So they would use these machine learning algorithms. So somebody like Netflix. In other words, you order some movies, and then based on your previous order of certain selections that you picked, they'll make predictions of other movies that you might want to order, or you might want to see in the future. So it says predictive analytics refers to the use of machine learning, algorithms, and statistics to predict future outcomes and performances. Technique, technique like data mining, And predictive modeling estimates the likelihood of future outcomes and alerts you about upcoming events to help you make decisions. It says predictive analytics. Vendors provide businesses with many product offerings for different domains, which eventually help them to leverage their historical data stored by analyzing the complex correlation between unknown patterns and insights. Predictive analytics, what? Predictive analytics applications help the business answer questions like which marketing strategies might be successful for the product, or is the product acceptable by the customer in the market? So this predictive analytics, companies are making all kinds of predictions based on these machine learning algorithms. In this guide, we talk about predictive analytics use cases and the corresponding industry verticals. But before jumping on into use cases for predictive analytics, let us understand what predictive analytics is. So let's understand a little bit more because I'm learning as well. I just wanted to do a little bit more research on this predictive analytics so I can get a clear understanding as well. And also my viewers can get, a clear understanding. So predictive analytics, in simple terms, predictive analytics helps to predict future trends and patterns using historical data. Right, so historical data. Data from your previous selections. In other words, you chose five examples, four examples, this, 4 or 5 movies, your previous selections. So those are your that's historical data. So then companies, maybe Netflix or whatever company you're ordering from, they want to make a prediction of based on your previous selections, your historical data. It says, in simple terms, predictive analytics helps to predict future trends. It uses different data patterns and identifies the correlations between the variables. It helps to reduce business risk and costs by predicting the future values of certain variables. For instance, an organization can determine the profits for the coming months by analyzing the output and revenue of the company. The model focuses on two variables. One is dependent, what? While the other is independent. There are numerous predictive analytics models such as classification models, clustering forecasts, time series, etc. These models help predict future variables based on the sites and data arranged in multiple ways. So this predictive analytics is, I guess, a great tool that a lot of businesses are using. So it does help. In my opinion, it does help uh, give the customers a greater, experience. Creates greater customer satisfaction. 17 top use cases of predictive analytics. Today, businesses regularly use predictive analytics to analyze the target customer to gain operational results. The list of predictive analytics applications in various industries is never ending. Therefore, below are some of the everyday use cases for predictive analysis in multiple domains. So the top 17 cases, we have churn prevention, customer lifetime value, customer segmentation, next best action, predictive maintenance, product propensity. So they're going to give a, clear understanding. It's a whole lot of quality assurance, risk modeling, sentiment analysis, selling and cross-selling, predicting buyer behavior. So predicting buyer behavior is, that's a good one. So you running a company, you want to be able to predict uh, your buyer, your customers' buying habits. So what does this particular customer based on their based on this historical data, based on their previous purchases. Uh, as a company, you want to predict what they may want to purchase in the future. In other words, having these predictions, if you be on point and you are, and you're right about their predictions, uh, you know, their buying habits, according to their past buying habits. You're thinking about, hey, I want to make predictions of what, this particular customer, wants to purchase in the future. So, I mean, that keeps you on track with your customers. I mean, I think that will, a lot of times they can make the customer want to come back. In other words, you say, look, because the customer will feel, hey, well, shoot, they always have what I want. They always have what I want, so that would make me want to come back. You have a company that's making the predictions, and they have what I want when I get ready to go shop. Because based on my historical data, based on my previous purchases, they know what I want for the future. When I come to their company. So churn prevention, when a business loses a customer, it has to replace the loss of revenue by bringing a new customer. It proves to be expensive as the cost of acquiring a new customer is much higher than retaining the existing customer. So I'm not going to read all these, but so in other words, a company, you are a company or a particular company, they lose a customer. So in other words, I said when a business loses a customer, it has to replace the loss of revenue by bringing a new customer. Then it says predictive analytics models help prevent churn in your customer base by analyzing the dissatisfaction among your current customers and identifying customer segments at most risk for leaving. So in other words, I can understand that. It said churn prevention. So in other words, dealing with this predictive analytics, you can prevent, losing customers. That's what they're saying. You can prevent losing the customers because losing the customer. That's what they're saying. I never heard of this term before, churn prevention. So they say when a business loses a customer, it has to replace the loss of revenue by bringing a new customer. So if they lose a customer, if a business loses a customer, they have to replace whatever they would try to replace one customer, swap one customer for another customer. But they're saying that based on this predictive analytics model, that can help prevent you or your business from losing customers. See, it says predictive analytics models help prevent churn in your customer base by analyzing the dissatisfaction among your current customers. So, right, predictive analytics, you're making predictions. You're making predictions or also on what makes your customers dissatisfied. So you making predictions of what makes them dissatisfied, and then if you know what makes them not happy, then you can do things to try to make them happy, make your customers happy. So according to this predictive analytics, you're making predictions. And then they have customer lifetime value. Since that predictive analytics, it helps prevent churn in your customer base by analyzing the dissatisfaction among your current customers and identifying customer segments at most risk for leaving. So if you identifying the customers that are at risk for leaving your company and not patronizing your company, not ordering from your company, not shopping with your company. So they're making predictions on all sorts of things. Making predictions. So companies are making predictions when they're dealing with this predictive analytics, this machine learning algorithms. So then we have the customer lifetime value. So I just wanted to do this video on predictive analytics because I want to get a clear understanding of exactly what it is. What? So we have customer lifetime value. It's pretty challenging to identify the customer in the market who is most likely to spend large amounts of money consistently over a long period. So in other words, businesses are trying to find ways that they can make all kinds of predictions when it comes to customers, all kind of predictions. So customer lifetime value. So I mean, it would be something if a business could predict how long, a customer is going to value their business, shop with them. So that would be a good prediction. I mean, but sometimes you never know. If you are a company and you can do all sorts of things to satisfy their customer, and they will keep coming back. Because I know me as a customer, I don't know how long I've been shopping with Walmart. I mean, it's been a long, long time. So I am a value customer. It's pretty challenging to identify the customer in the market who is most likely to spend large amounts of money consistently over a long period of time. It would be something if companies could make those type of predictions. So, well, it would be something. So it definitely would be something. So let me see. That was number two. Let me see. That's number two. So this is just number two, customer lifetime value. This kind of data through predictive analytics use case allows the business to optimize their marketing strategies to gain customers with the most significant lifetime value towards your company and your products. And then we have the third one, customer segmentation. Customer segmentation enables you to group the customer by shared traits. Different businesses determine their market differently depending on the aspects that offer the most value to their company products and services. What? Yes, profound use of predictive analytics techniques help target the markets based on accurate insights and indicators and analyze the segments of those most interested in what your company offers. So, in other words, profound use of predictive analytics. So, in other words, this predictive analytics, these machine learning algorithms. So, companies are also trying to find they're trying to use techniques to help them target the markets based on accurate insights and indicators and analyze the segments of those most interested in what the company offers. So they're finding out ways to get through to these customers, find out which customers, making predictions, predictive analytics, and making predictions on, what customers that they feel that's going to be faithful to their business. So profound use of predictive analytics techniques helps target the markets based on accurate insights and indicators and analyze the segments of those most interested in what your company offers. So I just wanted to read that again. What? So let me move on down. Using these predictive analytics applications, you can make data-driven decisions for each part of your businesses. The same data also enables you to potentially identify the entire markets that you didn't even know what existed. So the next best action, that's number 4. It said determining your primary marketing goals and customers is a critical use case for predictive analytics. It only provides an incomplete picture of what your marketing approach should be. Predictive data analytics is the best way to approach such individual customers within given segments. And analyze everything from buying patterns to customer behavior and interactions, which offers you insights into the best times and modes to connect those customers. What? Yes. So, yes. So, let's go with predictive maintenance, number 5. So, predictive maintenance. Predictive maintenance. In businesses, maintaining costs plays an essential role in increasing revenue. It's difficult for an organization with a significant investment in equipment and infrastructure to manage capital outlay. Capital outlay. By analyzing the insights and metrics of the maintenance cycle, of technical equipment. Companies can set timelines for maintenance, events, and upcoming expenditure requirements by streamlining the maintenance costs and downtime. You can simplify your maintenance costs by performing actions that can increase the lifespan of your equipment. Commonly, most systems become inoperable during maintenance. Predictive analytics use cases will help you with the best time to perform maintenance to avoid lost revenue and dissatisfied customers. So I mean, all kinds of predictions on how long your equipment's going to last, based on predictive analytics. Uh, Companies are making predictions on how long customers are going to stay with your business, their shopping patterns, what they want to purchase from you in the future. So in other words, they purchase this set of CDs over here, these particular topics. So I want to make, I am a company and I'm making these predictions based on predictive analytics. I am making these predictions of the selections that they may choose in the future, to purchase from my company. Property propensity combines purchasing activity and behavior data with online behavior metrics from social media and e-commerce. It enables you to identify the customer's interest in buying your product and services and the medium to reach those customers. Product propensity. So in other words, product propensity. So it combines purchasing activity and behavior data. So they're looking at the behavior data of the customers, the purchasing activity of the customer, and in other words, to make predictions, and your online shopping behavior. In other words, you shopping online at a particular company, so they are always watching what you purchase. So your online purchasing behavior. Your in-store purchasing behavior. So when they look at all your purchasing behavior patterns, then they can make predictions for future items that you may want to purchase. That's why a lot of times when you go to some stores, they have you, say, they ask you, do you want to sign up for an account or something? I think I went to Dick's Sporting Goods, and they asked me that I want to sign up for an account. You sign up for an account, and they have your email and everything, so they can track your buying patterns, your buying behavior. So, right, because also you may be on some company's email list, so they're tracking, all our historical data, historical purchases. They are tracking that. So then we have quality assurance. Quality assurance is the key to your customer experience and the bottom line to all your operational expenses. It says ineffective quality control will affect your customer satisfaction scale and ultimately impact the revenue and market share. Also, it leads to more customer support costs, warranty issues, and repairs of inefficient manufacturing. Industries using predictive analytics use cases can provide insights into potential quality issues and trends before they become critical issues. All these predictions that companies can make. So in other words, they say industries that are using this predictive analytics, they can provide insights into potential quality issues and trends before they become critical issues. And a lot of times it takes research as well. Companies doing, research, seeing what other companies are doing, benchmarking, seeing what other companies are doing. And then we have number eight, risk modeling. Prevention and prediction are two sides of the same coin. Risk comes in various forms and initiates from a variety of sources. Predictive analytics can draw potential risk areas from significant data insights collected from most organizations. It sorts them to analyze the potential risks and suggests the development of situations that can affect the business by combining the results of the predictive analytics applications with the risk management approach. Companies can evaluate the risk issues and decide how to mitigate those risk factors. What? Let's get it together. What? So let's see what's next. For instance, health organizations, they generate risk scores to identify the patients who might benefit from enhanced services, preventative care, and wellness consultations. What? Yes, healthcare organizations, they generate risk scores to identify the patients who might benefit from enhanced services. So in other words, they're going over the different patients' records, so they can't find out which patient is at risk for this or that if they're not looking at your medical information. See, for instance, healthcare organizations, they generate risk scores to identify the patients who might benefit from enhanced services, preventative care, and wellness consultations. So making predictions on which patients may need enhanced services, preventive care. Well, they always offer all of us preventative care and wellness consultations. So they're making predictions on which patients may need this, which patients may need that. Sentiment analysis in this era of the online world, it's difficult to be everywhere at all times. Reviewing and capturing everything said about your business or organization is virtually impossible. What? Yes. However, by crawling tools with customer posts and feedback, you can create analytics that can give you a clear picture of your business reputation within the market. Predictive analytics models provide you with proactive recommendations as the best way to enhance that reputation. Right, predictive analytics, in other words, whatever field you are in, if you can make the right prediction using these machine learning algorithms, this past history, past data, and make predictions for the future when it comes to your business. You're trying to make predictions of based on the customer's history, of the history of their purchasing habits. So you want to make predictions of what they might want to purchase next when they come to your business. And in the healthcare field, doctors are making predictions. I guess when you talk about the healthcare personnel, they are also using predictive analytics to make predictions of which patients may need preventive care, which patients may need this, which patients may need that, looking at the historical data that they have on a particular patient. So they can't make no predictions on a individual person without that individual data or, history or history of information on a particular person. Upselling and cross-selling. The customer base is the source of your business's existing revenue and revenue growth. Eventually, maximizing the possible revenue opportunities within your product set and target market segment becomes critical. Purchasing history data can be utilized to determine which goods and services might benefit from being offered together. So purchasing history, like I said, they're looking at the history of your purchases. You go to a store and you're buying this and buying that. You come back the next week, you're buying this and buying that. And then you go back again, you're buying this and you're purchasing that. They're looking at all your purchasing items. They're looking at your history of purchases, your purchasing, your buying power. your buying behavior. So purchasing history data, your purchasing history data can be utilized to determine. So they utilizing your purchasing history data when you go to some of them companies, and that will determine which goods and services might benefit you in the future or may benefit you if offered together. Yeah, so they're keeping a track of everything we do. Yes. So purchasing history can be utilized to determine which goods and services might benefit. You might benefit from being, you might benefit, or in other words, the company may benefit if they offer it together. So they're looking at your purchases, your past, your history of purchases, your past purchases or whatever, your history, so history is the past. So I mean, what did she purchase in the past? They're looking at the history. Your history, my history, their history, everybody's history when you shop in these companies. What? Yeah, so look, predictive analytics use case provides suggestions on market segments to increase your customer value and revenue derived from your customer. What? The business sales are raised. The business sales are raised, and your customer walks away with items that work together. Purchasing history data. So companies are doing it. Purchasing history data. Looking at our history data. What? When we come to these companies, what? So predicting buyer behavior. One of the popular use cases for predictive analytics is analyzing customers' buying behavior in retail industries. So then look, when we go to these retail industries, Walmart, Kmart, Target, Kohl's, over here in the United States, what? So they are looking at our buying behavior. They're looking at our buying behavior. See, so in other words, one of the most popular is customer buying behavior in retail industries. Companies use advanced analytics to identify the buying behavior via customers' purchase history. What? E-commerce retailers incorporate predictive analytics in POS, I guess that's point of sale, to predict customer purchase patterns. What? Walmart is a great example. It uses early data insights to understand buying behavior in certain circumstances, which helps you understand the customer on a personalized level. What? So Walmart, yes. Then we have fraud detection. Cybersecurity is becoming a growing concern in today's era, and there are plenty of use cases for predictive analytics in this domain. So so let me read on. Let me read on. What? The most important out of all is fraud detection. The predictive analytics application helps analyze the system anomalies and detect unusual behaviors and patterns to determine threats. So cybersecurity. So now in the cybersecurity domain, in other words, predictions are also being made. So it says cybersecurity is becoming a growing concern in today's era. Yeah, cybersecurity always been a concern. There's a lot of information floating around from business to business, employees. Employees. Information. You work for a company. Your employee information could be jeopardized. Customers' information. So, and it says cybersecurity is becoming a growing concern. So companies always will have a threat of hackers getting in and infiltrating their system. Even at home, for our personal use, we still have to protect our information. Information is powerful, Knowledge is powerful, information is powerful. Without information, we can't make no kind of decisions. We can't do nothing without the right information. The most important out of all is fraud detection. The predictive analytics application helps analyze the systems and anomalies and detect unusual behaviors and patterns to determine threats. So they're using predictive analytics also for fraud detection. The basic idea for this process is to make use of predictive artificial intelligence. It limits hackers' entry and vulnerabilities that might put the system at risk. For example, experts input the historical data of cyber attacks and threats to the predictive analytics algorithms. And when it identifies something similar, it will notify the respective personnel. Right. So, predictive analytics, fraud detection, detecting fraud. Then we have healthcare diagnosis. The healthcare industry benefits the most from the use cases for predictive analytics. Health data is critical to diagnose depending on the patient's history and current illness. The predictive analytics model enables you to understand the disease by accurate diagnosis based on past data provided. So past data that we give to our healthcare professionals. We're giving them our past data. That's why they always ask you, do you have anybody in your family that has diabetes? You have anybody in your family that has heart trouble? You have anybody in your family that has, high blood pressure, diabetes, heart trouble, cholesterol, high cholesterol. Do you have anybody in your family that's this and that? So they're making, I never thought about that until I started doing research on this. So they're making predictions. You have anybody, your mother, your father, somebody in your family. They want to make predictions of what may happen to, their patients in the future. So in other words, you have what's in your family line, what's in your bloodline. You have any high cholesterol, your mother or your father had any of this or had any of that. So that's what they always ask when we go get our checkups. So, they're looking at that. So they're making predictions of predictive analytics in the health field as well. So that's something that they've been doing that, but you never think about it like that till you start doing your research. So I say the healthcare industry benefits the most from the use cases for predictive analytics is critical to diagnose depending on the patient's history and current illness. Yeah, your history and your current illness. So if you have a current illness, say for instance you had this problem a year ago, but then when you went back for your checkup, you had to tell the doctor, say, yeah, well, I had that problem last year. Well, they're gonna look at that, your past illnesses, and also they're gonna look down in your bloodline, your family line, to see what is down in your line, your family line. Any heart trouble in your family, any high cholesterol, high blood pressure, so those type of things. So they want to make predictions, predictive analytics. What? Yeah. So, and also the predictive analytics model enables you to understand the disease by accurate diagnosis based on past data provided. What? So, a lot of times we go to the doctor, we don't tell them everything, but it's important. Health organizations leverage this prediction to ensure that patients get the treatment they need. Yes. Keeping in mind the critical health factors, doctors can reach the root cause of the disease with the help of predictive analytics applications. Yeah, doctors can identify patients at risk for certain adverse health conditions using predictive analytics use cases. It provides them with timely analytics to start working on treatment early or avoiding severe issues in the future. Predictive analytics applications can assist in stopping the spread of adverse health effects. So this is something very interesting and very enlightening. Number 14, I don't know how many it is, but it might be about 20 of them because I'm on 14. Content recommendation. Content recommend Content recommender systems are one of the most popular use cases for predictive analytics. Entertainment companies can easily predict what users want to watch based on their watch history and predictive analytics techniques. That's what I was talking about. I was talking about that like with Netflix. They can make predictions of what you might want to watch in the future based on your history, based on the history of what you watch, your based on your history, in other words, you watch these 4 or 5 films, these titles, and then so based on those titles that you previously watched, your history, the history of your titles, your topics, you know, they can make predictions of what topics you might want to select in the future. What? So Netflix also utilizes this predictive analytics. Well, here you go right here. For instance, Netflix. Netflix utilizes the predictive analytics algorithm to recommend the content to the user based on their genre, keywords, search ratings, and more. What? So then we also had a virtual assistants. Combined with the power of deep learning models, predictive artificial intelligence works wonders when utilized with virtual assistants. Okay, Google, Alexa, and Siri are real-world predictive analytics use cases. Companies use virtual assistants that can act as chatbots. Chatbots. These virtual assistants learn and collect data from users' behaviors. So I had these pop-ups sometimes. They get in my way. Companies use virtual assistants that can act as chatbots. CHATBOTS. These virtual assistants learn and collect data from users' behavior and deliver accurate results. So let me go on. It helps to improve customer experience because these bots train themselves from interactions and predict customer response. As they are self-learning, it enables companies to better manage customers without hiring many support staff. Then we have the campaign management. Predictive analytics applications can help you determine where your campaign is best focused. A campaign launched using email work well as a suggestion at checkout, or your customers turning to your website for information. The analytics tools like word clouds generated from call recording data help you to analyze the outreach efforts. What? And then we have the volume prediction. By analyzing the fluctuations in the volume, you can severely impact how well you serve your customers. What? If you predict an increase in inbound volume, you can easily manage the effect of such changes. You can ensure your facilities can be adequately staffed if you know when spikes will occur. See all these predictions, volume prediction. Analyzing the fluctuations in the volume, you can severely impact how well you serve your customers. So let's go on. For example, one of the predictive analytics applications for insurance companies is to predict the patterns in plans used for specific providers or demographics. These patterns can further make adjustments to claim workflow and adjust the processes for seasonality. Some industries using predictive analytics tools make assembling your data and improving your processes easy. Other than the industries mentioned above, some domains apply predictive analytics use cases as a core operating strategy. Uh, Below are some specific industries that commonly use predictive analytics use cases to enhance their business. So we have fundraising, real estate, supply chain management, commercial, food, higher education, software testing. So I'm not going to read all these, but predictive modeling enables you to plan a fundraising strategy and ensure the proper communication with the right people at the right time. Rather than sending the generic appeals, predictive analytics use cases break your donor base down into actionable, and targeting your outreach will save you time and money. Eventually leading you to a higher success rate. Fundraising data analysis uh, also help you track your success rate with various fundraising efforts. So I'm not going to hold the video too long. But even in the real estate industry, they are using predictive analytics. Real estate software testing, commercial audio. Uh, so I have these pop ups sometimes. Supply chain management, food delivery. So look, food delivery. The food delivery industry is a thriving sector in today's market. Everything is quantifiable in this domain, be it delivery times, zip codes, prices, or customer satisfaction. I know Amazon. I order from Amazon a whole lot, and they deal with this predictive analytics. So I know Amazon and did Alibaba do it? I think Alibaba does it too. I know when I shop with Amazon, and then I shop one particular time, and then when I go back, they have predictions for me. So that's based on this artificial intelligence and predictive analytics. So they always say, look, we have recommendations. If you look at the bottom of your page when you go to Amazon.com on your page, at the bottom, it's going to say, we have recommendations for you. Know what? Yes, so they know they're looking at my past history, my buying behavior. So they say, look, they have at the bottom of the page the things that you ordered, previously. So they're looking at your buying behavior and they're making predictions of what you might want to purchase in the future from their company. What? So that's Amazon. So a lot of companies are doing it. So they have it in the so it's just getting rid of some of these pop-ups. So like I said, food delivery, Grubhub, one of the most prominent players in this domain. So I order from Grubhub a whole lot, yeah, but I haven't ordered from them recently. Use Grubhub, they uses the demographic data to make smart predictions about what offering might lure their customers. Similarly, the other competitor, DoorDash, focuses on the relationship between the time variables like time of day, time of weekends, etc., to predict when the customer will be more likely to wait for their food. So a lot of companies are making these predictions because it keeps them closer to the customer. I mean, you're making predictions on what I might want to purchase in the future. That makes me feel pretty good about your company. Higher education. That makes me feel good about your company. I definitely want to go back to your company because, in other words, you have me in mind. You're concerned about what I want to purchase, what I may need, based on my history of what I have purchased in your company previously, my past buying behavior. I guess I want to say higher education. Higher education use cases for predictive analytics. In higher education include management, retention, fundraising, and retirement. In all these domains, predictive analytics provides intelligent insights that give you an edge over others. So it says the predictive analytics application can score each student based on their high school data and inform the administrators on how to support them over their courses best. Predictive analytics provide fundraisers with important information about the best methods and times to reach donors. With the data provided, the recruiters can accurately target their outreach to lead to success at the minimum cost. This predictive analytics use case can help us understand what factors persuade the students to stick to their original school and not transfer to another. What? So they're making all kind of predictions in higher education. So concluding thoughts. Although you can predict future outcomes using predictive analytics use cases, you don't have to dive head first with it. You can initiate with a small segment of your organization and test the predictive analytics tool to see how it works. If you see results, you can build them across other segments of your business. So that's all for this video. So predictive analytics, you can also do a little more research on predictive analytics. So companies making these predictions on their customers. So in a whole lot of different fields, higher education, food delivery, supply chain management, software testing, commercial, fundraising. So volume prediction, virtual assistants, we have content recommendations, healthcare. So in the healthcare industry, they are using these uh, deep learning algorithms to make predictions in the healthcare industry as well. Why not? Why not? Predicting buyer behavior, retail companies predicting our behavior. We're purchasing this. We're purchasing this week. We're purchasing this. We're purchasing something the week before that. And, they're looking at our past history of, what we purchased previously to make future predictions of what we might want to purchase in the future. So it's good in also in the healthcare industry as well, looking at our bloodline and saying, hey, when you go for your physical exam, they will ask you, you have anybody in your family that has this, anybody in your family have that, looking down your bloodline. So anybody have this, anybody have that, so when they look at that, when you give them that information, then they will try to make predictions on, your health, your future health. But I want to close out on this note and say thanks for joining me today. Hope to see you on my next video. So I don't know what my next topic will be, but so I might talk about big data, big data with Facebook, different companies using a lot of data, a lot of information. It's just so much, so big data, blockchain technology. I want to get more into this artificial intelligence and these self-driving cars, just so many different business topics, so many trending technology devices, technology tools that businesses need to stay competitive, also satisfy the customer and, keep the customer coming back. So, but I want to say bye for now because it's an hour. I don't want to go too far over an hour. It's already an hour and 2 minutes. So I want to say thanks for joining me. Glad to see you. Glad you could be here. Glad you can join me. So come back again. So subscribe to the channel. Like this video. And I'll see you next time. So we out. Brainstorm TV Productions. Brainstorm TV Production. And we out.